studio
as to why
tonight.
you are in studio tonight.
Right.
And then once you are
And
done,
then
oh my
once you
gosh,
are done, oh my gosh.
T-Oak FM.
Alex, you gotta stop the thing, man.
Okay.
Yeah, that keep 30-second intro. Second intro. So I want to welcome you,
So
Senator Dennis.
I want to welcome you, Senator Dennis.
So I
Right.
beg to differ on.
So I beg to differ on.
Alex, can you please mute?
Alice, can you please mute?
Thank you. On a beg to differ here, we do have a large pool of panelists, uh, people of from various expertise and various fields,
Open from there, you know.
journalism, finance, accounting, and
Police
what
have
have
your
you.
food on it for the close good.
Mr. Nubo, you got a hot mic. Okay, so what we do here is we do introduce ourselves to the guests, and then we'll come back to you, introduce yourself to our listeners, and then you go into to telling us why you are here. And after you do that, the panelists will ask you questions. Halfway through the show, we will then go to the lines, and then the callers will call in, ask questions or comment. We'll come back to you, you respond, and then we continue with the show. That is how the platform is run. So I just want to lay that down. And we'll have a very large panelist pool. As they come in, I'll have them introduce themselves to you. So I'm Archie Wright. I'm your host for the night. Now go to Mr. George H. Nubo to introduce himself to you. And I'm going to come back to you so that you can introduce yourself and begin the conversation. Mr. Nubo? You're muted, sir.
I'm George Numbo. I'm one of the panelists here, and we are happy to have you as our guest. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. George H. Nubo. So in the den, I want to let you know we stream live on Facebook, on YouTube, on our website, www.topfmliberia.com. And we are also live in the studio there to where you are. And so I want to let you know that. So I do have one of our other panelists there dropping in the studio. Mr. Fred, the veteran Smith, we do have Senator Marsha Dennis in the studio with us tonight. Can you please introduce yourself to him? You're muted, sir.
Yeah. This is Fred, the veteran Smith, one of the panelists and producer. Welcome, Senator, to the show. I beg to differ.
Thank you. Senator Dennis, will now come to you to introduce yourself to the listening audience and then tell us why you're here, sir.
Audience, and then tell us why you're here, sir.
Okay. So thank you so much. My name is A. Marsha Dennis. I'm the former senator of Grand Jide County. Took office in 2015, left in 2024, January, precisely. A staunch member of the Coalition for Democratic Change. And I'm here tonight purposely as one of the senior partisans of this CDC to speak to the consciences of our people, actually to appreciate the people of Grand Jide County, peace-loving people of Grand Jide County, for the warm reception that they've given to all of our strangers. To be very frank with you, we have in this town representatives from the 14 counties and the 15th, including Grand Jide, that are here and have been trooping in since the beginning of this week. And there have been no complaint of people not accommodated, people are not received, and all like that. Everyone is so happy with the kind of reception they have got here from our people. That alone excited me so much. Of course, it's not strange. I know how our people behave to strangers, but this particular one, this kind of grand occasion, talking about more than 10,000 human beings converging on the city of Zwedru alone, and everyone is being accommodated. Nobody is complaining. I came out here tonight to say a big thank you to our people for that warm reception. Then also, I came to say thank you to our people for the way and manner in which they handled the situation regarding the usage of the venue. The venue that we are supposed to be using for our program. From the onset, there were some hiccups here and there. The Ministry of Youth and Sports had the tournament organized, to be played at the same venue. We have asked for earlier for use, like that, and it was a little bit difficult, and that's why I have to come in so early, to make sure we handle that before the time comes. And so up to this morning, up to last night, we were not concluding so easily, but before this morning, God himself, in his divine self, intervened. The Christian Council of Grand Gila County intervened. A lot of stakeholders came in, talk about it. Then the Joint Security also came in, and were able to resolve peacefully the issue of the usage of the venue. That is the area before the
RP Family want to a nice one.
The Tottenham Palace. And so settling that problem was one of the greatest achievements we had, because that would have been some problem, and we didn't want that. We can't invite strangers in our county, and in the end, we are struggling over use of the place and all like that. But before this morning, everything was okay. And so I feel obliged to come to the studio tonight to speak to our people, to tell them thank you. Those who have identified with us, we were all there praying that this thing should not end up in some holy battles. And actually, it didn't go that way. It ended peacefully, and we have the opportunity to use the place. The local authority, the superintendent, the city mayor, all the people that made it possible, the Joint Security, then all the stakeholders in the county that made it possible for us to resolve this issue very amicably. We say a big thank you to all of you. We also want to talk to our people, our members, to turn out in their number tomorrow for the parade and for all the other activities, climaxing our activities that started since the 23rd of this month. We'll be closing tomorrow. We want everybody to get involved. Come out in your number and be with us so that successfully we can conclude this particular anniversary. That's why I'm here purposely, to speak to our people, to tell them thank you for everything that they did to make sure that our coming together tomorrow, from today to tomorrow, was possible, was peaceful, because for us, it is peace we want to see. Anything done in harmony has to flourish. But in confusion, it's a serious problem. People got different intentions. Nobody knows whose intention is so bad that they want to do the worst thing for the country again to throw us way back. So we've all been praying, we're on our knees, and the fact that everything is resolved and we are here amicably. The superintendent did very well. He intervened, and he talked with the Joint Security. They also came in, and everything went well. The Christian Council, as I said, they also didn't sleep last night. We were touching bases with each other, making sure that things go well, and that did. So that's why, I'm here. Then I want to say welcome to all of our partisans from around the country. It's not easy to travel from your homes, leave all your busy schedules to come on this kind of program all the way here in the Southeast. Some of you from Lofa, some of you from Nimba, some of you from Bong, all over the place. Cape Mount, Wapolu, Bomi, then the Southeast itself. I mean, all of you have done tremendously well to grace this occasion. And we as hosts, as your host, we are so delighted. We appreciate you, and we count on your efforts, we count on your collaboration to end the activities tomorrow successfully so that we can all bid farewell to one another. That's my purpose of being here tonight. Thank you so much.
Excellent. Thank you, Senator Dennis. I don't know, for some reason you were coming in a little too low. So maybe you want to drop the mic down a little bit so that we can get
Drop the mic down.
Yeah, maybe
So that we can get you.
maybe the mic need to be adjusted, huh?
Yeah, but I think Alex can do that.
We're hearing him.
So you mean I got to go all over?
No, you're great now. You're great.
Oh,
No, you're great.
We got you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you're great.
So actually, in summary, we said thank you to all our stakeholders who helped, to make the earlier impasse we had on the usage of a particular spot for our programs to be, to end successfully this morning. That there were no hiccup anymore, there were no holy battles or whatsoever, and peacefully we were able to resolve the issue, and we are now given the go-ahead to use the premises we wanted to use for our program today and tomorrow. So everyone that took part, took part in helping to resolve the issue deserved a pat on the back, and as host to the strangers, we decided to come out tonight to say thank you to our people for doing such a great work for us. And the next thing is that to say thank you to our colleagues, partisans that came from all around the country that have converged on this capital in their numbers, to say thank you for coming. We appreciate you. Because the program is being held in our county, so if you didn't come, it wouldn't have been successful. But you made your way and you came from all over the country, talking about more than 10,000 human beings converging on this city for this particular program. So we appreciate you so much. This is an era of hospitality. You feel comfortable while you are here. We make sure that everything goes well with you, so that when we conclude our activities tomorrow, everybody will be in a better shape, leaving one another, going back to your respective homes. Then we call on our partisans to try to come out in the number tomorrow. We are climaxing the activities. We are concluding it tomorrow. We need to come out in your number, the parade. We want everybody taking part in the parade, so that at the end of the day, we can have the indoor program. That will be at the square there before the palace, so that we can conclude all of the activities. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Senator Dennis. I got
I
a few questions for you, and I'll go around the room so the other panelists can join the conversation.
Right.
Very shortly. Senator, tell us what is the significance of CDC having its 22nd anniversary in Grangita County?
Alex, is me.
Well, thank you. The significance, in fact, this celebration this year, we chose Grangita because CDC has realized that Grangita is the footstool. Footstool in the sense that Grangita has been highly supportive of the party compared to all the other counties. It comes to on the aggregate and the percentage-wise, we know that Grangita have largely supported CDC since 2005. So coming here to celebrate our anniversary with our people we feel that it can bring us together. Maybe there are some, because we took power in 2017. 2018 actually we got inaugurated, and then we ended in 2023, 24 January, so to speak. There may be some hard feelings here and there, misunderstanding, missteps, and all like that. Coming here to hold this anniversary together as our footstool, as our reliance, we feel that it gives us the opportunity to interact with our people and talk about some of those missteps, that might have taken place along the line, and then we continue to hold together as a people, because our aim is to take this country back in 2029, non-stop. So everywhere we think we passed before and we slipped, we want to pass at this time with crutches in our hands so that we can get balanced. And that was the intention for which we decided to hold the 22nd anniversary in Grand Gila County this year.
Okay, thank you. My next question to you. There are information coming through the grapevine, and we've seen some pictures. Seeing the former finance minister Samuel D. Twe speaking to the press in Zwedru. Tell us, Senator, how many dignitaries are you expecting in Grand Gila County to brace this occasion, and will your standard bearer be present?
Breaking in.
See, no.
You break it in the lands.
Repeat.
Right, the lands are too bad.
Yeah, I know. Let's do this. So let me. Yeah, I know. Let's do this. So let me meet you, and then we'll talk. All right. So I'm saying we're hearing through the grapevine that, and in fact, we have seen some pictures in, the former finance minister Samuel D. Twe speaking to the press in Zwedru. How many dignitaries are you expecting to grace this occasion in Zwedru? And would your standard bearer be present tomorrow?
First time, I can't really be exact with whether the standard bearer will be present, because he has got some international engagements. Of course, from the onset, it was like trying to chip in there, try to find a way to come, maybe to be part of it, either today or tomorrow and things like that. But up to press time, having gotten a clear indication of whether he will be here tomorrow. So, but on the line of dignitaries we have here, we have so many dignitaries here. Yeah, we have Minister Samuel D. Twe, you talk about, the party chairman, Honorable Janga Eko, Janga Kosenko, Councillor, Attorney General. It's also in the country already. Former Senator Henry W. Yara of Bon County is also here. We expect Senator Bleville Brown to be here. He's been the chair on this occasion, the chair for this 22nd anniversary, and a host of other dignitaries. We talk about the coming in of political leader of the ANC, Mr. Alexander Cummings. We also expect to have in county by latest tomorrow morning, the political leader of the CME. We expect Councillor Kabina Janet to also be in tomorrow. And tonight we have with us tonight Senator Simeon Taylor of Cape Town County, already in the county too, to be a part of this occasion. So there are a lot of dignitaries that are gracing this occasion tomorrow, but I cannot be definite if the political leader will be here by tomorrow morning. I can be definite. Up to this time, I don't have clear indication that I can be exact on.
Okay. Thank you, sir. Okay. Mr. Judge, Shinobu, your two questions, sir.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Senator.
Right.
I might be wrong, or I might be right. I want to know if the CDC party have reached out to the family of George Solo after he passed. That's the man who was chairman when CDC, captured the presidency. Passed away, and I haven't heard anything from the CDC. I mean, I'm not on the ground, so that's why I said I might be wrong. So I want to know I want to know if people have reached out to the family, and when was that, and where was that published? That's my first question. Thank you. Unmute the senator now.
Of that meeting, but one thing I'm sure that happened is that CDC has actually reached out to the family. But when that happened, I was in Monrovia. I was in the county. I was taking a tour. I was here for 1 month, few weeks before this particular occasion. I left from here just 2 weeks, barely 2 weeks. The occasion started. I had to come right back. So I didn't have the details, but I'm going to make some arrangement for the chairman, the national chairman, to maybe take this podium tomorrow, come to the studio tomorrow, and maybe give clarity on some of those things that really concern you. But I cannot give details about, because you want to know the exact time, when, where, and all that. I'm not in a position to do that. And from the onset, I told you I came here to appreciate our people for what they've done, to also appreciate our colleagues that came from all over the country to be here with us to grace this occasion, and to call on our supporters to turn out in their numbers tomorrow so that we can climax all the activities. And I'm saying that in my capacity as a senior partisan in this county. But when it comes to details about party's involvement in paying homage to falling colleague and whatsoever, I think the chairman can give details on that. And thank God he's here. I can tell him to make time tomorrow to come here and then throw some lights on that.
Okay, my question number two.
Yeah.
I want to know why, besides we are hailing from the Southeast, why does the Southeast still worship we are? I mean, I don't want to single out Grand Gator County. I hail from Maryland County, and we are one Maryland County. So, so why? What did he do when he was president for 6 years for the Southeast, for which we are staying or he's only like opposite white he's on rights?
Thank you. What has he done for the Southeast? He was president for 6 years. 6 years is not. It's not sufficient for a president to come up to say tangibly, this is what I have done for my people. Mind you, he was president for 6 years for the Republic of Liberia. And every facet of the country, every area of the country, has been a priority. So he was not limiting, what he's going. His impact was not limited to the Southeast. But people had complained around here that he was president for the 6 years, and then we have bad road conditions. Coming to the Southeast was always challenging and all like that. But I told people when I came on this tour, when I was demystifying some of the falsehoods that were spread around here by some of our detractors about road conditions and all like that, the president made sure at the time that he entered into guaranteed bona fide agreements with multinational institutions that have the will, that also have the means, that have the might to implement whatever agreement is signed with the Republic of Liberia. And those contracts, those agreements that were consummated have now begun to manifest. So, if those agreements were not consummated by him, the manifestations we see today wouldn't have happened. I will tell you that the road coming to the Southeast from Ganta to Sacré-Pied has been a responsibility of the government of Liberia to do. Strictly the government of Liberia to do that. Then from Sacré-Pied coming all the way to the Southeast, has been the responsibility of the World Bank. So government's responsibility, President Weah was able to deal with the road from Ganta to Sacré-Pied almost to 90%. Almost 90% of that road was completed under President George Weah's administration before his tenure was over. And that should have been, according to the agreement, that should be done before World Bank can start from Sacré-Pied to come onwards. When this government took over in 2024, from 24 to now, the remaining 10% of that stretch of road has still not been done. But then World Bank is not going to be sitting down forever waiting for that 10% to be completed before they start their portion of the work. And so they started from Sacré-Pied. And in under 6 months, they were able to get to Tapeta as we speak. And now they are gearing up to start from Tapeta to come to Town, go to the border, and then come to Zoedru. So government under the administration of President Joseph Newman Boakai is still struggling to complete the balance 10% from Ganta to Sacré-Pied, completing the portion of work that's supposed to be done by the government of the Republic of Liberia as far as the road construction projects is concerned. So that work was very great for our people in the Southeast, initiating those processes and making sure that those agreements were really sealed, and today they are manifesting themselves. Is also something that he had done greatly for the Southeast, because in the absence of road, development will be slow. So that's what he's done. He also broke grounds here for the referral hospital. And I can tell you, the referral hospital who came here, who broke the ground, that referral hospital was Samuel Kanyan Doe Referral Hospital. It wasn't Grand Jide Referral Hospital. All the hospitals you find in the rest of the counties, you don't see Nima County Referral Hospital. You don't see Bon County Referral Hospital. You don't see Maryland Referral. They all are named after, personalities, high personalities. So the one in Israel here was named from the groundbreaking as Samuel Kanyan Doe Referral Hospital. Now, when they came to dedicate it, it's now named Grand Jide Hospital, Grand Jide Referral Hospital. And the dedication itself was prematurely done, because the German government, it was a joint venture project. The Liberian government had a part to play in the construction. German government had a part to play. German government had completed their portion of the work they're supposed to do on the hospital, and they were turning it over to the government of the Republic of Liberia so that they can also, complete their portion. Then they can turn it over to the users. But then when the German government turned it over in its incomplete form, but they have completed their portion, it remained in that incomplete form when the government of Liberia turned it over to Grand Jide County for use. And I tell you, it's useless. In fact, the place is inaccessible, no road to the place. Some of the infrastructures are not completed. Those they thought were completed are not even equipped, and all of those kinds of things. So that was not what we are initiated. We are initiated a project that will see at the completion, we know that there is a referral hospital being built in Grand Jide County, shutting down, if not completely, but transferring most of the activities of the Mother Tubman Memorial Hospital to that referral hospital. So these are some of the things that the president did. The president, during his administration, were able to get the community college to the level it is. Now it's a university college and all like that. We had these proper housing units that were built for people that couldn't afford, homes and things like that, for them to have access. There were a lot that were done in just within the 6 month period. Mind you, United Party had the first 12 years. Compare their 12 years achievement to the 6 years achievement of President Weah, you will find out that so much was done. If we were given the opportunity to continue, at least for the party to stay in power for 12 years, as they did before we came in, a lot would have been enumerated. But even at that, so much was still done, for our people in the Southeast.
Okay.
But, the question here is, can you throw away your child? Because your question has been, why would the Southeast still worship Weah? He is the son of the Southeast. So whatever it is, the Southeast will still worship him. So that's what I wanted to close on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mr. The Veteran Smith, your two questions, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm looking at the Fortune TV came up with the team. I always like to know the team of anything to assess the success of any convention or gathering or event. And it says Zedru Rasis 2029 victory is the final destination as the theme of this year's CDC convention. Also stated from the article, you all are inviting ALP, ANC, CMC, MEL at the anniversary. But something notifying to me is that the head of the ANC will be the keynote speaker of the convention. And he have already stated that he is going for the presidency. and not the vice presidency. Taking all of that into consideration, your chairman, national chairman, Janga Kowo, stated that the CDC, the event featured national political renewal, policy dialogue, and aimed at fostering reflection, accountability, democratic engagement, and discussion on Liberia's political future. With all of that I have stated, counting on this convention, who will be the next chairman, who will be president of Liberia and its future, and taking into consideration that the person who will serve as keynote speaker have already stated that he going for the presidency, what do you think gathering all of the opposition political party at this one convention and with the team that you hope to accomplish from this convention?
Alex, unmute the senator. Good senator.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a mere celebration of our anniversary. This is not a convention. We don't come here to decide who becomes what. So inviting all of these opposition figures signify the unity, within the opposition sector. How the opposition is building up, conglomerating the efforts to make sure that this particular inept government is unseated in 2029. So that is what you are seeing. So if all of these heads of the various opposition political parties will come together, and even one of the most popular, opposition political parties will come with, will come with the leader to come and be the keynote speaker. That suggests to you that the opposition bloc is together. And when it comes to the convention, negotiations are ongoing. And before the convention comes, those who will be president, who will be named, those who will be vice president will be named. But that is still ahead of us. For now, we are celebrating our anniversary.
My next question would be, unity is always vital to a nation, to its people. In everything, unity is important. I look at the sons and daughters of Grand Jide, and I can compare them with the Nigeria, how all of the knowledgeable people in Nigeria and all the knowledgeable people in Grand Jide County. Do you see a day where the unifying of Grand Jidean, one accord, one focus, because you have the people who are very knowledgeable, but there are division. If working together, Grand Jide can be one of the top county in Liberia, just as look at Nigeria. If they are unified, they could be, because they have the brain, they have the knowledge, but they are divided. How you think we can unify Grand Jide and Grand Jide unify? That could be a good message how we can unify Liberia.
Alex, unmute the senator.
This is not limited. This is not limited to Grand Jide. It's not unique to Grand Jide County. But we are Grand Jideans, and so we must talk about Grand Jide. We need to put programs in place that bring us together. What divides us is not much. It's not much. We can work on it, and in no time, we can understand that working together in unison will bring the long anticipated development we have yearned for in this county. The only thing we need to do is to have the type of leadership, the type of people at the helm of things that will want to consider the views of everybody, that will come down to even the market woman, to the Yana boy, anybody who had contribution to make towards unifying us, working in unison to be able to develop our county. That's all we need to do. We got the brains, like some of you in the diaspora and all like that. By the time you start to think that, look, being in the diaspora does not exempt me or does not qualify me more than somebody who is even on the grounds. There is need that we all work together equally to see how together we can build our county. The better it's going to be for us in no time. So for me, it's about coming together, initiating programs that will help, bring all of us together. Sometimes we can come together under one umbrella and design some scholarship programs, some technical programs, some whatsoever thing we can do together as Grangidians, that will make us to stick together. Because by the time you start doing one thing together as a group of people, you don't forget your colleagues. You see that, we are supposed to be talking about this, maybe tomorrow, day after tomorrow. That brings us together very closely, and then the mind starts to develop to get to understand that the more we work together, the more we come together, the better it is for us, in developing our place. So I think these are things we need to do.
Thank you, Dennis. We'll now go to the next panelist, Honorable Christopher J. Nippett, to ask you two questions. Mr. Nippett, first of all, please introduce yourself to the guests, and then you ask you two questions.
Good evening, fellow panelists. Good evening, Senator. Is that Dennis, you say?
Yes.
Senator Dennis, good evening, sir. And to all of you in the landscape of the radio and television, I bring you greetings from all of us on top radio and television station. It's a pleasure, Senator, having you in studio. And we want to congratulate you on your militancy, celebration of your 23 years of militancy, which you are happily celebrating in Granjida County. My question to you this evening is, I'm from Grand Crew County. I'm from Southtown, specifically where Mr. Weir hails. We are relatives. We say from Southtown, we are all one and the same. You talk about a composite nature of development. You call that a World Bank. You talk about partnership, which was forged between His Excellency George Manneh Weir, who hails from Southtown. You speak about the landmark between Ganta and Sacré Pied, where I worked for nearly 5 years to the war as Deputy Regional Manager for the Liberian Produce Marketing Corporation. And Sacré Pied is a short distance for any leader or the World Bank to as you have said it, to have completed 90% of that little stretch. Because I know the whole of Nimba County. I worked there with LPMC as the Deputy Regional Manager. So it's appalling when you want to give credit to your party, especially when your party was not using government funds, but using the funds of an external partner, the World Bank. We've been in several of the World Bank meetings when I worked as the political officer in Washington, D.C. So my question is, don't you think you would have done more, or you would have better served the interest, as Mr. Nubo asked, of your county The CDC, specifically, those of you who are members of the CDC, will have better serve the county if you have done more, like the road to Charleston, the road to Grand Gita, the road to Maryland, the road to Kawiaken, the road to River G. 6 years is not a small time. 6 years is not a small time. So the question comes to you is, don't you think you could have done better, such that would have made you to go for 12 years?
Quickly correct something here. The stretch of road from Ganta to Saclay is not sponsored by the World Bank. It is sponsored, or it is being done by the government of the Republic of Liberia through the national budget. The World Bank fundings that came in through the agreement signed start from Saclay to the southeast. So it's like somebody say, well, we can help you to wash your bike, but the stomach take care of it. So do this stretch of road. So in less than 3 years, the project started before the close of time. If CDC can do 90%, then I think Unity Party should by this time complete the balance 10%. Are we also not looking at it? What's about the first 12 years that Unity Party stayed in power before CDC took over? What did they do? Unity Party was only able to renovate a road that was already paved from Monrovia to Ganta, that they used their heavy weapons at the time to damage. They came back to refurbish it, and that was all they did. Ganta Harbour Highway project was something that Samuel Doe initiated. So the Unity Party came for 12 years and did not do anything about it. So if CDC in less than 3 years can do 90% of the stretch of the road from Ganta to Saclay, then we still say they have not done anything, especially taking meager resources from the budget to do that portion of the work. We say they have not done something. Yes, they have done something. Because the agreement is wash your your stomach, we can wash your back. And it is the stomach that we're washing when we took it from Ganta to come close to Saclay. So that's
Senator Bennett, all due respect to you. All due respect to you, and I lift my heart in abeyance to where you sit. The fact here is, perhaps you didn't know my intro, you did not understand that, and so I make it clearer. I worked for the Liberian Produce Marketing Corporation as its deputy regional manager, an equivalent to a deputy managing director position. I know the landscape from Ganta to Saclay Man Chiefdom. Saclay is referred to as the Saclay Man Chiefdom. From there, you go to Bang, you go to Bia Datuo, and then you start going, you go to the border. That stretch of land from Ganta, it cuts left, and Bonadine goes straight. So I know what I'm talking about. And it is not easy. Sometimes people, because of political grandstanding, people often evade the truth and vacillate on protecting themselves. It is honorable when someone says, I made a mistake. I did not measure up. Because the pieces of evidence are so profound, and they are lying everywhere in Monrovia during the tenure of your Congress for Democratic Change. So I beg to differ seriously that given the fact that I know the landscape of which I'm talking about, the road was there already. And I was driving to go to Sacre Pied every day. Almost every day to
Yeah, please accept to be corrected first.
Yeah.
That the money did not come from World Bank.
No, I accept that.
You should allude to
Do you
it.
respect Honorable Senator?
Yeah.
I accept that wholeheartedly and praising.
Okay.
But
So
my point here is, no, I mean, I accept it.
All right.
No, I mean, I accept it.
Someone mark is on. We still have enough time using our own resources. We still have enough time. In the you are talking about 6 years, and the project actually started in less than 3 years before the close of time. Just as I told you, it didn't start from 2018. That road project did not start from 2018. The conclusion of the agreement between World Bank and the Republic of Liberia was somewhere around 2019-2020. So 2019-2020. So in less than 3 years, the project was done 90%. And you are saying that stretch of road is very short because you've been around there. You know, you worked there before. I agree with you, it's very short. But if we, in less than 3 years, can go 90% of that stretch, okay, let's take it like 45 kilometers. So around 90% of that 45 kilometers, maybe somewhere around 37, 38 kilometers. So if someone gone 37, 38 kilometers out of 45 kilometers, and you came in close to 3 years, and you have now completed the balance 10%, then what are we talking about here? Or because we are from Grand Crew, from Southtown, and you are from Southtown. He should have done more than that, and he didn't do, because he's your brother, you want him to be, you know, excellent in whatever performance. If that is the situation, then I succumb. Then I forget about that. But, you know, comparatively, he did his best. He did what he could do, at least at the time that there should be a pat on the back. To say that he didn't do much, he didn't do anything, then compared to those who served for 12 years and did not do anything at all, then it just sounds unreasonable to me. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
Well,
I'm not actually grandstanding. I'm not actually grandstanding. I'm just speaking reality. I'm just speaking reality. Because if you compare 12 years achievement to even if we say 6 years, you will see that, you know, what was done in 6 years, you know, was far more than even what was done in 12 years. That's what we're saying. And it's starting again. They took over now. We're going to the end of the 3rd year, and the 10% have not been done. The Ralphie Highway, they say, death trap and all that kind of thing, is still the same. It has not gone anywhere. Where we are stopped, there where it still stopped. It has not gone anywhere in addition. So, you know, I mean, when we look at it, we're not grandstanding. When we look at it, we just talk about the reality. So, I mean, that's it. That's it.
But then reality has to be deeper. The mark is on. Somebody mark is on. Again, all obedience to you, Senator Dennis. The point that I'm making here, if you were giving your mother house to complete, you have 2 children, you were given the tax as the elder son or the forerunner who professed to have had all the wherewithal to complete your mother leaking house in a dilapidated condition, and you telling me that you will do 90% and then your brother will come from behind you to do the rest, whereas he putting the materials together and you are trying to debase that brother, you are trying to discount that brother's effort, then how can we rationalize that you did well in your tenure? When you were there, the house is there. The house was not to be built. It was just to be refurbished. And you did not refurbish it. You are telling the public today that you only did 90%. And the 90% does not include window. It does not include doors. It does not include zinc. It does not even include roof. So how can you rationalize that you did 90%, Senator Dennis? And then you are bashing your brother.
I don't know what constitutes 90%. Because 90% without all of these things, then we're talking about maybe 50% or 40% done. But when we're talking about 90%, you say there was no roof, then it's not 90%. But what we say here is that the work is not given. The work is not given to one government. Government is continuity. Like in business, we call going concern. Government is continuity. Where you stop, the next government comes to pick up from there. And you can't say you will do all you can do. You finish with it, and you have a time frame to work within. Within that time frame, if you can conclude what you were doing, your successor can come and continue with it. I am saying the length of time they have taken also up to this point, why would the remaining 10% not be done? It wasn't assigned to CDC to do and complete it anyhow. It was assigned to the government of the Republic of Liberia. So this Unity Party-led government now is the government of the Republic of Liberia as well. So it wasn't assigned to George Weah to say you must do, from Ganta to Sacré-Pied as George Weah, and then he goes to do 90%. No, it was for the government of the Republic of Liberia. So if he had won for a second term, by this time, we finish with that whole road business between Ganta and Sacré-Pied. Because that 10% would have even been done in 2024. And that would have been it. And that's when World Bank was going to start from Sacré-Pied to go to Tapeta. That was it.
Okay. Mr. Nippy, we'll come back. You'll ask your last question. But I want us to go to the line now. Yeah, let's go to the lines. So we got so people in the comment section really want to ask the senator questions. So let
me thank the Senator thus far. Senator, thank you thus far.
Okay, thank you, sir. Alex, please take us to the line, please. Alex, let's go to the line. Alex, let's go to the line.
Mr. Sigwana, welcome to the show.
Yeah, I listened to the conversation and also listened to the question being asked by Mr. Nippy. I want to bring to the attention of Mr. Nippy that Georgia didn't rule for 6 years. He should take into consideration the time interval with coronavirus. The government came to a complete standstill. Then he takes and says that more should have been done. Sometimes, John, we are 10 years from your 12-year rule that UN was paying all the staffers in this country, and you didn't do well. But you try to always put people under the pretense that this government is always listening to you, Nippy, and how they call it, the Veteran Smith. This country is a country that is striving. Something like this serious thing that took place here concerning the drug issue. I don't see the two of you taking note of it. And this thing has been protected to the repetition of take. You're not talking about it. You forget about the coronavirus time where the government came to a standstill. But you say they say yes, the man you have done more than what you're supposed to do.
30 seconds.
Do your real checking. When you make your analysis, you are not the only one that ever went to school in this country.
Thank you. Let's take another person. Hello. Yeah, where do you join from?
Okay, I'm Solomon Shah, calling my ear community.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Okay, let me say thank you to your panelists for the conversation I've been following. Let me say thank you to the senator in studio, Senator Dennis. He has said it all. what I just want to say is that I want to tell Nipe in America that President Weah never ruled this country for 6 years exact because coronavirus took 2 years. So it's not possible for any president to carry on development and touch all the 50 countries within 4 years. So the quota laid for Ganta to Secretary, it was done by President Weah. And from Secretary to Tapeta, is the work bank project up and now. That portion of road never is up and now, and I be joined by CDC within the 3 years. So President Weah is not only president for Grand GDS, he's not president for Maryland, he's not president for Nimba, he's president for Republic of Liberia. So let me get it clear that President Weah is not only there for Grand GDS, but whatever he did for Grand GDS is tangible. The Memorial Hospital and built, the Purple Housing Unit, EB, the university now, our mother in the parliament living, leaking purple houses, even to Pele Diri, in Unity Party 12 years. There are no building about President Weah, they constructed purple housing unit there. Now, this government is in power. We need to 4 years, they can't complete the road from Secretary to Tapeta. The road, it never joined. What is the impact? Unity Party now have no impact in the southeast.
Thank you.
You don't get one project that you can point out to. So it should hit on our question.
Thank you so much, my dear brother.
So
0776 105 105 881 14 3504. Let's hear you pick up this person. Good evening. Hello. Hello.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Your name, where do you join us from?
I'm Charles Carlos, calling from Treasury.
Which part of Zweju?
One community.
All right, welcome to the show. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Well, I'm very pleased to join the panelists and the radio station. I extend my greeting to you and all of the listeners. My attention has been drawn to the discussion of CDC has not done anything pertaining to road construction and development, what have you, to the southeast.
Okay.
But I want to conclude to say that these initiatives have been done by George Weah. And we saw what George Weah attempted doing and what he started doing after the first term. But because the Liberian people did not understand and they went against the CDC. But let me tell you one good thing. Liberia will not go anywhere when we start to preach this kind of petty politics. Right now, 2029, we are prepared to come back and complete our task. No matter how you feel, no matter how you look at it. But our plan will be achieved. If you want to be an achiever, you must follow those people that follow you. And tonight,
all right, 0776 105 105 881 14 3504. And let's hear you here because this person. Good evening.
Yeah, hello.
Hello, you're near. Where do you join us from?
Thank you. My name is Daniel Kai from the community.
Welcome to the show. Go ahead, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. You see, firstly, I think our study brother, hello.
Yes, hello, brother. How you doing?
See, Master Daniel, say hello, Papa. Thank you for the thing that you are saying.
Okay.
And me, I want to clear information concerning activity. You see, doing Jawia time, the what thing you only see eventually, in PDP, like Jawia regime. In going power time, like Jawia regime, the what thing you need. Federal zone, like Jawia regime, the what thing you need. And each Jawia regime, they all the bigger hospital in Great Area for us, we can go. So now, I don't want people to sit down and say, Jawia do nothing. No. Doing the Ebola 2 years, Ebola in this country. And Jawia was fighting her. I think brother, Jawia was fighting her. So it says Jawia not development in 4 years now. I will say that the president was development in 4 years. So I want for our people that inside our now we'll make sure that we the election in Ghana State.
So
We the Nigeria to start our pure we're not going to nobody the corporate that facility will do it. We'll make sure that we are in the election now. Thank you.
Thank you. So on the party when you're down, you enjoy. 0776-105-105 881-143504 776-105-105 881-143504 are the numbers of what you're going to be part of it. Those of you watching us online, maybe in the diaspora, you want to be part of the show. The orange number also our WhatsApp number, so you can just put your calls through on 776-105-105. You're going to be part of it here. If you are listening to us on the radio, call on 881-143504 776-105-105. I'll pick up this person. Hello.
Hello, how you doing?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Your name, where do you join from?
Precisely, and Joseph in your senior calling in the Churchill Center, calling from the Churchill Central Market to be precise.
All right. Welcome to the show tonight.
Thank you for giving me a platform. Yeah. Dear God, who gave my contribution very to the topic. Yeah, there's a clarity that I want to provide that has to do with replacement from Ganto Afa Secretary. Okay. There, our guest in studio there said the rule from Ganto Awa Secretary, it couldn't have been completed. But then Senator Marshall then said something relative to the rule placement from Ganto Afa Secretary. But then the clarity that I wanted to provide relative to the issue, it has to do with the preparation of the construction beyond Secretary Afa Atapeta. It was done by who? So, okay. Now, that preparation was done by the previous government. That preparation was done by the previous government. That is why when the present government inherited the leadership, they didn't have that much of people because the bridges, the drainage, all these things were already laid and it was prepared. So when they inherited it, what made them to have laid that level of road, to construct the level of road that was constructed. And besides road construction, there were lots of things that were done. What? Because of the 14 military barracks, hospital. What? Because of the 100-person unit. What? Because of the HP Invisible Park. What? Because of the other parks that were built around the James Street, train field. There were lots of things that were done. So that tells me that the previous government was very much progressive in the history of our time, from 1847 up to present. Besides the President Joe and the rest of those leaders, there is no, for me, I open my eye on politics from 2025 during the Madam Ellen regime. And there's no president that led the country that has been very much progressive in determining who then keeping the vision as compared to the George Weah regime. But it was based on envious spirit and destructive jealousy that took this leadership from power. And today they are struck away. Now the rescue cannot be divine. So that's the issue we have with the government. So 2029, by the grace of God, If it is God's will, we're going to put the government back in power because we, the young people, we want to see change. We travel out there with our vision, and we want our country to be changed. So thank you for having me on your show.
Thank you so much.
God
Thanks
bless you.
for being part of it. All right, so folks, just have 2 more minutes to pick a call here. Let's see if we can screen in 2 person and we go back. So we take this person. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, you're near. Where do you join up from?
Okay, I'm Tanya Zulu calling for Justinville.
Let me call you back. Welcome to the show.
Yeah, I want to applaud the studio guy, the commercial Dennis. You see, in Liberia, when we ban so politics, we don't do nothing for ourselves. And we went into power as president of the Republic of Liberia. He never went in power to say I'm Syrian, so I'm going to serve as Syrian.
Right.
The work Joria do, let's applaud him that he did better than Ellen Johnson Sirleaf that was in power. Because 12 years without doing nothing in the country, and today Ebola killed plenty of brothers in the country, brothers and sisters. We don't talk in such, but we coming to say, yeah, Joe, we are not doing nothing because of rule. Brothers and sisters, let's put ourselves together when we carry CDC, let's carry CDC and see our better futures tomorrow. Yeah, I have to say, thank you.
Thank you so much. So, folks, it's almost 10:45. We will leave it that they go back to the panelists. We need to let the senator go. So, Mr. Rai.
Thank you so much, Alex. Thank you so much, Alex. Senator, this is what we'll come back to you so that you respond to. Mr. Nepe. Mr. Nepe. Mr. Nepe. I'll come back to you, sir. Thank you. Senator, this will come to you so that you respond to the caller, sir.
Well, the callers spoke in line with what I've said. There's no question from the callers. I think all of them have been adding up to what I said about our administration on President George Weah. So I don't think they require answers from me. So if Mr. Nepe still has something to say, he can say, and then maybe I can close and leave.
Close. We still got another 10 minutes, sir. I'm sure you can give a 30 minutes. I'm sure.
I'm not too sure if I can give you 30 minutes.
Okay. We'll take whatever you give it.
Yes.
Mr. Nippet, let's make it snappy, sir. It's press for time.
You know, sometimes someone's microphone is on.
It's okay, we got it.
Most instances, people fail to understand the context in which others speak. I did not say that Mr. President, His Excellency President George Weah did not do anything. I did not say that. My question was specific to the Ganta-Saklepie road. That's number one. So I think that clarification should suffice in terms of context, so that the listening audience, the radio audience that was positioned to have come to the question I was asking about Dennis, in whom I have great respect, so that they cannot distort what I've said. The second thing here is that we know that partisan politics. I represented Liberia, the entire country here in Washington, D.C. as its political and consular officer. So I know what the game is all about. But don't put words in my mouth or take words out of my stomach that I did not say. I had asked a specific question, and I want to thank the honorable senator for trying his best to answer the question. My second level was brought in the context of a home, and I said 2 boys. One is ahead, and the other one is after. And if that boy did not do anything more than erecting the house, and he said, well, it is 90%, or the foundation is 90%, then that is not 90%. That's the context in which I was speaking. That is the context in which I was speaking. It could not have been 90%. If you have 10% to be finished, and the query is, why is it a party that is now 2.5 years has not completed the 10%? That's the context. So context matters when people are speaking, and to make faulty inferences or assumptions is contingent on what we call in the English language is some or on an only cause fallacy. So I want the listening audience to understand that every president in Liberia from 1847 to the tenure of His Excellency George Manneh Weah did what they could do, because they are not infallible beings. I hope that is fully understood, because in Liberia, when you say something, people try to tear it apart to suit their own taste. And
Okay, so this is not a question?
No, I'm clarifying, but you understand where I'm going.
No, okay, but we're running. The senator doesn't have time now. Let make it.
I'm talking to the respondents.
No, okay, but let's address the senator. He doesn't have time, and we're running out of time.
Senator Dennis, I will not ask him any more questions, because the question that I will ask might be tailored in the wrong direction, because people vary in understanding, and I don't want to say, oh, because I own Satan man, he killing his own Satan man, because this is what I think I understand from the 4 or 5 callers. Senator Dennis, let me congratulate you on the milestone achievement, 23 consecutive years of existence. The boy is young. He's a young man now. And all I can say is that whatever vision the young man has, let the young man put it forth. But let us not be condemning each other, as one of the speakers said, because together we can thrive, divided we will fall as a nation. Liberia needs every one of us, whether you're on the left, whether you're on the right. One flag is what we say. I pledge allegiance to the flag of Liberia and to the republic of which it stands. And we further say, one nation indivisible with liberty and justice for all. If that prayer is to sink down into our hearts, therefore, then we go to the national anthem. In the second stanza, we meet the foe with valor unpretending. So the caller should not misconstrue what I have said. I have extreme respect for the senator. I cannot speak to the senator unkindly. No, he is my senator, and he's from the southeastern region. So when we are talking as southeasterners, we should be intentional. We should not say that the senator not talking the right thing, Mr. Nipe not talking the right thing. No, I'm not talking against the senator. I'm making a point that let's praise ourselves. You know, the part of what it was there for 6 years, the other one is there for 3 years. CDC was there for 6 years. Let us cumulatively come together and say we are all doing the same thing, because it's about Liberia. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Nipe. Senator, you wanna say something about that, or we should go to the next panelist? Oh man.
Nipe. This name is a household name. Some of us, before we even came into the limelight, this name was already existing. I'm happy that he has understood my point, and the point is that the stretch of road between Ganta and Seklepe was being financed through the national budget of the Republic of Liberia. The stretch of road between Seklepe and Tapeta is being done by World Bank. So the World Bank loan that is given to Liberia is the one World Bank is self-implementing. Contractors that got on the road there are contractors that are answerable to them. If you saw Public Works Ministry officials or technicians, engineers on the road there, they are there as eyes of the government to make sure that what is enshrined in the agreement is what is being implemented. That's why they are there. But Public Works equipment are not there. The contractors are not answerable to them. They are only answerable to the World Bank. So that is the difference. And doing 90% and the other government, coming in and doing 10%, we need to acknowledge that because it is very important. If all of us are supposed to be doing something, and I did, portion of it to an extent, when you come and you come in with the same zeal, with the same vigor, then given the time frame, we can say, that portion that was left is now completed. But if it can't be completed, then we can't even compare the strength. We can't compare the willingness. We can't compare, the exuberance. So there where we are. So President Weah deserves a pat on the back for what he did. And all this question, all this explanation came as a result of the question from Mr. Nippy, why the Southeasterners are still hailing or are still worshiping. Specifically, he mentioned that word. Still worshiping.
No, that Mr. Nubo.
Mr. Nimbo, right? Okay, yeah, worshiping.
Nubo.
Okay, worshiping Mr. Weah. When in his 6 years, he did not do, anything for the Southeasterners. And that's why, this explanation came about. But I'm happy that we all understood what we talk about, and we can move from there. I just want to say thank you to the panelists, thank you to the host for giving me the time to actually say thank you to my people for the way they received our strangers, and also to say thank you to the stakeholders for their role played in making sure. I've just forgotten, I didn't mention the name of Senator Thomas Yaya Nimle, who left Monrovia last night and was very concerned about the same issue of venue, holy Bibles and things like that. He came purposely to be a part of the resolution. In late last night and by this morning, it was resolved. Thanks so much to the senator too for his intervention. And then call on our supporters, call on our members, call on the general public to be a part of the climax of our activities tomorrow, and so that we can at the end bid farewell to all of our visitors that have come to spend this time with us. And I also clarify that this is not a convention. What we are having here is not a convention. It's only a celebration of our anniversary and the militant month. The anniversary and the militant month is what we are celebrating. And so all the opposition stakeholders that are here with us are here to show how coordinated, how cooperative, and how in a unifying order the opposition is against this particular government, making sure we hold this government feet to the fire, because they were dead for the first 12 years when the president now was the vice president, and he said his old racing car was parked in the garage, meaning he wasn't given a chance. If I were him, I would have just resigned. Because if I have intention to be president in the future and I will serve as vice president, second man in command for 12 years and nothing is done, even in his capacity as vice president, I don't know why he can point at, because he has oversight specifically over certain, institutions in this country, like the Liberal Marketing Association, like the Group of 77 and all those kind of places. What his impact was in the 12 years, he has to still tell us. And then he was still elected. Now we have to hold his feet to the fire and make sure that his old racing car is still not parked in the garage, that at least he can get on the road now and race. There's so much he has on hand to do. That is expected of him. With his 42 years experience in government, like Mr. Nipe will say how long he was with the LPMC and all those kinds of things. So he too had the 42 years of experience, working in government. Let him bring that experience to the table. These were some of the things he said that maybe enticed our people to say they were voting for him. So that 10% must be completed. The balance road stretch from from Marshall Junction to RIA must be completed. You see, and all of those things that President Weah put in place, he should continue to work on them. That way, we know that we are all, we all have the same feeling for the country. Otherwise, you should get prepared to pack up and leave in 2029 so that we can come and complete all of these things that he has failed to complete. So thank you so much for the time. I appreciate every one of you panelists. And actually, if I knew this is normally I will come to the studio here. It's like I come, what I want to say, I say, hey, people locally here or even in the diaspora call and ask the questions, I answer. But like you have, panelists said, so Top FM now has gone some step forward. We didn't know. I really appreciate them tonight. The next time I come in here, I know I'm going to meet with people like you, the panelists, and I should be prepared for that. Like even struggling over 30 minutes, and I say I can't take 30 more minutes and all like that. The next time it's not going to happen that way. I will be well prepared to come and sit in here. And we all discuss these things because we are on the grounds. You are in the diaspora. There are some of it you understood. There are some of it you didn't really get clear. So when you talk to us and we explain to you, sometimes it puts you in the right frame of mind to know, what is actually ongoing in your country. So I'm happy that we have the kind of interaction tonight, and I hope it's going to continue. So the host, I told you that I'm going to get to my chairman. Maybe he's going to have the time tomorrow evening or sometimes that you can give him to come and talk on some of those issues because they are very important, like Joyce Solo, the late Joyce Solo, whether the party had made representation to the family and all like that, when and where it was done and all that. Maybe he has the detail. He can come and release them to the people. But this party is a party of the people. We can't lose a member and then we don't pay attention. We will always be there. Thank you so much for hosting me.
Senator Dennis, I want to say thank you. Thank you ever. And I appreciate the recognition, how much Top FM has grown. On the panelists on the show here with you tonight, these are people with decades and decades of journalism experience, governmental experience, so many other professionals here on the platform. I like to say we have the best knowledgeable platform in the whole of Liberia. I say that and I mean it because we can defend that. And it is only on Top FM. You can have that. I'm glad you recognize that. So please, I will beg your indulgence. I will take your number and I want to engage you so that you become a regular on this platform. We have an evening show that you're on right now, Senator Dennis. It's called I Beg to Differ. We have had all your colleagues on this platform, all your fellow colleagues, former senators, ambassadors, they all appear here on this platform. That's how grown this Top FM has become. I'm glad you recognize that. And so we look forward to seeing your chairman, your party chairman tomorrow. And please make this place your home. I beg to differ. We'll always welcome you. We appreciate your time here tonight. It was a great time having you, sir. Thank you.
Dodi and Trao.
There you go. There you go. Okay, that was great. Absolutely great. Absolutely great. Oh my God! I got a long time, man. I seen you sitting in the back of my man. Let me bring the mail. I'm sorry. I didn't look at you the way you're there, man. I'm sorry. Anthony Gay. Okay,
but
gentlemen.
The man posted
first of all,
in the chat that he was in the back.
I'm sorry?
He posted in the chat that he was in the back.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm working at the same time on the show. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Anthony. I didn't see that. I'm very sorry. Fred the Veteran Smith. Can you unmute, sir? Thank you. I know we shouldn't be doing it on a live set, but we had a senator and we had a ticket. I know we had a guest for tonight, and we know we'll go through a lot of work to get the guests on the show. But this was a very sudden, and the senator being the senator, we had to go with it. I should have, if I had known beforehand, I would have called you and said, can we push the guest to tomorrow, Saturday? But it just happened.
That's what
I came on, and I met the guest on. It happened.
That's what we do. That's what we do. Yeah. Relevance. So, since CDC anniversary, we will always encourage them to come during this week. So we gave this week. And the only thing I would like to say I didn't have a chance to say to ask him is that maybe I will ask the chairman tomorrow. Maybe I will keep that question for tomorrow when he comes. But since we have 1 more hour left, and we have quality audio of the topic we started last night, you can play the audio, and we have Mr. Nipe here to deal with education and other important investment.
You mean Mr. Nubo or Mr. Nipe?
Mr. Nipe, I mean, Numo, I mean, was not here with us last night. And we have quality audio now pertaining to the governor of Maryland, Westmoreland. We can play that and discuss. Yeah.
Here's what I want to do first, real quick. Let's go around the table 1 or 2 minutes each while I get a reader prepared.
Yeah.
Let's do a post interview analysis. Let's start with you, Mr. Nubo. The post analysis.
Mr. Nubo?
Yeah, Mr. Nubo.
Okay. Thank you. I feel that we have to moderate the show better.
Okay, Mr. Nubo.
I was taken aback.
Mr. Nubo.
By caller number two, I think that was caller number 2. No, the first caller, who said Nipe and Veteran Smith were not the only Liberians that went to school. I was taken aback by that.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, you can go and replay it.
Okay. Yeah, this is recorded. Well, listen to it.
Yes, go and replay it. I heard it. That Nipe, he named Nipe and he named Veteran Smith. Said they are not the only Liberians who went to school.
I think what I heard the caller saying, I'm sorry for interrupting you, you still get time back.
Yeah, go ahead.
He said that Now, Mr. Gonda, I think some other guy who said he listening to Mr. Nippet and Veteran Smith, and they always question CDC, 6 years. But I didn't hear anything about they were not the only one that went to school.
Okay. Anyway, I was going to ask Mr. Nippet, but he would take 2 of mine. He would take all my minutes. And they're talking about this Cyclopedia Road. Ganta Cyclopedia Road. I mean, according to Daily Observer, it's not completed. I'm looking at an article here on March 25th, 2025. Where they say Kuhn said they allocated 3.5 million to continue the construction by Chico. So it's not completed. So the senator did not, and even the senator giving credit to we are government for Grand Jetta Community College. That college started all way 20 way on Edding administration. So I hope the senator will be better prepared when he comes back. There are several projects that one of the colors, because all the projects were listed on Edding, and they were doing all gravel roads. That means the drainages, the this and that. And that was I think I told you before about the Fishtown Harper Highway. All gravel road. And then it came from the people who were financing the road. They said, why we can't just go ahead and pave it? In our African Development Bank. And there's Tapita Zwedru road is financed by World Bank. So these are the people who make the call. But the money that we supposed to pay with the Liberian government, we couldn't pay that on a WIA. Because all the structures that we're supposed to demolish, we have to compensate those people. We could not do that. So let me stop there.
Thank you, Mr. Nubo.
Mr. Nubo, you are right.
Okay, hold on, Mr. Zaza. Oh my God, Mr. Zaza.
Mr. Nubo, you are right. Sometimes when people are positioned in a way for one person, then they will talk the way they're supposed to talk. We have to respect the senator. He's an honorable man. And I will be sitting as a senator. I want for people to respect me. I come from the background of training. And so the callers were trying to make it sound as if we were trying to bash either the senator or CDC. No. And the question, you're not the only educated person. But if you're educated, you don't expect me to think the way you think. Not speak the way you speak. And the callers have to understand that when we come on this subject, we analyze. We look at things not from the way they look at things. Two brothers, Simon twins, can be born the same mother. Do they have the same willpower? One could be a genius and the other one could be just a musician. Do they think the same way? No. The man who has a Tesla business, there are many children from his family. But Elon Musk now is with the word trillionaire. Does that negate the fact that here your brothers and sisters didn't come from their family? No, they came from the same family. So people don't think the same way. I don't speak for people to hear what they want to hear. I speak what God lays on my mind, the way He lays it there, and I articulate it the best way possible. When I'm writing, I do the same thing.
Thank you.
And for somebody to say, you're not the only person that went to school. No, this is not the being the only person that went to school business. This is about the subject matter of you understanding the language that the person is saying and the trend in which the person is saying it. And not because you are a seditious, so that you will come to bash us, the panelists. You can't do that. We cannot bash you. We respect you. We can respectfully differ. And that's an intelligent way of discussion. It's not a bash Mr. Wright, bash the veteran, bash Mr. Nubo, bash me, or any other person. So let them go up to you, the audience, people in the radio and television land, that we are not opposed to any political party here. What we want to say and how we wish to say, we will say it. And don't come back next time and say, you are not the only person who went to school. You went to school, myself, I went to school. So I want to start. And Mr. Nubo, you are right. You are one of the callers who made that statement.
Archie, you are muted. You are muted, Archie.
Yeah, sorry, a little bit offended.
Every day he does the same thing.
No. This one, I was very late on it. Very late. I was there on the So yeah, let's go down. Let's go to Mr. Nick. I'm going to call the CTG for you if you give me a hard time tonight. You got it ready for you today.
They were strategically positioned because they knew that I can't to tell. So the position themselves, they know that they come to meet an eagle.
Some of them on sanction, they cannot come here.
Okay. Veteran Smith, look at you, sir.
My skin is tinted, and so no matter how if they criticize me, it means I'm doing my job as a trained journalist. So I'm not worried about that. Yeah, that means I know I'm doing my job, and I only do it for CDC. I do it for Unity Party. I would do it for anybody. If they bring them to the veteran will ask tough questions. So my two questions that I put to him, I like the second one I would start with on Unity and more Grand Gideon. And instead of division, and the same with in Nigeria where they have all the intellectual, if they could just put their ideas, put everything together to develop Nigeria be great. And I like to respond how it can be, because that takes away politics, that takes away how we all can join together, which I'm doing. I should be focusing on Riverside, Nigeria. Right now, helping the growth development in my own weak way as journalists to help. So if Rangida themselves can come together, I think it would be a good sign for other countries to follow, and it would be good for Mother Liberia. So I like the way he responded to that question. Now, on the line of the team of the conference and all of the opposition that they brought together to celebrate the anniversary, I wanted for him to talk more on the part that I put there about you have George Weah, who will always be the president of DC, and any kind of merger or alliances. Now, Alexander Cummings from the ANC being brought as keynote speaker, all of that was good. All of that was fine, but how this 2029 that are going to take down Unity Party, how it will be done when Cummings will not be willing to be vice president? I wanted for him to touch on that. How, but he said that show a strength, that show a unity, that show a togetherness that it can bring all the opposition. But how will it go? What the formula they go maybe our year incoming Alexander Cummings speech tomorrow, saying he the keynote speaker. I will see how he can use his speech to say how this unity merger of alliances and coming together can take down Unity Party. I would love to hear in his speech tomorrow. So that's what I will wait on. Then he said, yeah, the chairman about tomorrow evening. I don't know what time. On the same time, we'll be able to ask more questions. And the more questions we ask, the better will make people work, make people come together. Transparency, it helps to upgrade CDC, not to make it weaker, because we ask the tough question and you answer it, and all will be well for the people of Grand Jita and the rest of Liberia. So that's what I got tonight.
Thank you, Veteran Smith. Mr. Anthony Gay, you're in and out. Sorry, you're not in and out. You're in the back. I don't know. You're paying attention to the show.
You locked the back door on him.
I'm not sure what you mean by that, Mr. Nubo. But Mr. Gay, do you have anything to say? Anthony? Okay. Mr. Zaza, welcome to the show. Introduce yourself, sir.
Thank you so much, Mr. Wright. Thanks for welcoming me. As always, a pleasure to be on the platform with great people like you, Mr. Wu, Honorable Nipe, Honorable Numbo, the veteran, Honorable Gay, and everyone else. And for those even listening to us, via whatever gadget, whatever means, it's a pleasure to always share the same airways with you. Thank you for giving me the privilege to speak to my people. So this is Emmanuel Zaza again, and I'm happy to be here. I did not listen to the senator, so I don't know. I don't know what contribution I can make on that, but I'll be here for any other topic. But I don't know. I can't contribute to anything that he talked about, and I want people to understand that politicians will always, politicians are like maybe Mr. Ryan will say how the confusion will go to the court. Mr. Ryan will never say this, why it's that day. You're not doing anything, you're not saying anything good about me. You will always say the bad about me, regardless of how I say it. So that's how politicians are. They will always find a way to make the other one look ugly. They will always play the best song for themselves and play the ugly one for the other person. So that is the case. So if the Senator came here and he said something that you think you are not expecting out of him, then you're no politicians. You politicians are who you never ever expect to always say what they will say. So, but I don't know what you say anyway. So, Mr. Wright, I stopped this far. I don't want to continue on repeating myself. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Your absence can be noticeable. So don't do that. Always come on this show. Were you on this show? Mr. Zaza?
Is a new move up?
No, I want you to always.
Mr. David, my problem is my place I can always say to have the show is not conducive because my meat that I can say is on renovation. So to just have show around the house that it can be too noisy. That's why most of the time I can be following you. My heart can be burning, but I think I'm on the show.
But then say I do that religiously. When I cannot. Yeah. Eventually, the board of director will think about something.
You campaigning not quite new you are good campaign.
But you just said the politicians are always talking in their interest, eh?
No, right? I know.
Well,
and all the colors forgot. They were talking about Corona. They forgot about Ebola, though. Because what saved us was the Corona, when about 4,000. Liberia died. And
Corona?
And that was during Ellen time.
That Ebola. Ellen time was Ebola.
I'm not heaping praises on Ellen, but when Corona came, I think maybe 200 people died total. And even Dubai Nyan recently said that Liberia is prepared, commenting on the corona strain that is in the Congo. Yeah, so we can't just say because corona brought the government to a standstill, and corona, and Ellen can go and claim that Ebola brought the government to a standstill too. So that's why I want to add that, and we can move on.
Okay, gentlemen.
In the same token, stagnation because of a virus or epidemic does not cause the clock from running. They did not realize that. They talk about because of Ebola or coronavirus, and they did not say the CDC did not say 6 years. But was the clock running? The 30 days of September were they at standstill? Were there no money running at all because coronavirus was there? So when you are in error, and that's why I was trying to let the honorable senator know, when you are in error, because to err is human and to forgive is divine. Talk about your shortcoming, because you cannot talk about positive about you and then you have no negative, because nobody is 100%. Do not talk about Her Excellency, the first female of Africa, becoming president, and her 12-year tenure was a dismal performance. You cannot do that. It's like equating your mother to 12 years of bringing you to school, carrying you and nursing you because she didn't give you the live arena that you needed, and you say, Mama didn't do anything. You cannot do that. And we must recall here and remember here that these people who have led the country to the best of their respective abilities, condition on what they found, the conditionality of the game, they perform to the best of their abilities because government continues.
Okay.
And now when you come here, you say, I did this one, I did that one, I did. If they were passing things and saying what this government will do from here to here, then you can come and claim what you did. But this is not about claiming. This is about the government was phased out because in the rationale of the Liberian people, they felt they needed somebody else. So that somebody else comes in. If that person doesn't do anything, they will phase out too. Evidently, it doesn't mean that you coming back in that room again, you might not even see that place anymore. So you cannot come and bash the current government or the previous government that you succeeded. Because were it not for Her Excellency President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf, he might not have become president. The fact that she stabilized the Republic of Liberia during her tenure, when people are carrying all kinds of things and doing all kinds of things, should be applauded. And they say, oh, we thank Mrs. Sirleaf. Yeah, well, she didn't do anything, but at least she kept peace. Because peace is what Jesus left with us. Say, my peace that surpasses all human understanding. So, if Mrs. Sirleaf doing, President Sirleaf doing her tenure of 12 years did not do anything, whereas I know all of the projects that were passed on to the CDC were things that we did at the embassy. You can then come and then you say it is President Weah who did it. Of course, we handed the baton so that the team can win. And what is the team? The team is the Republic of Liberia. When a president is successful, all
Thank
of
you,
us
Mr. Lippy. No, go ahead. End, please. End. 30 seconds. Go ahead.
Yeah. That's for. Don't beat that leader. You can talk about the shortcomings of that administration. But you cannot beat down. We had 12 consecutive years of peace. There were remnants of some parties that wanted trouble, but she was able to swiftly contain those problems. Does she should she be accorded the deference as a female, first and foremost, as a female, the first African female to become a president of any country in the world. First African. So I start right there.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you. As you can see on your screen, fellow panelists, we have a very audible video of our dynamic, hardworking Madam Minister, Foreign Minister Sarah Bechtel Yanti, engaging in an MOU signing with the governor of Maryland, Governor West. I don't know, West Mo. This is not right. I'm right across the bridge from man.
Governor Westmo.
There you go. I know I got it right. Westmo signing a landmark agreement with our dynamic ambassador right there, Conte. I said dynamic because he honored our invitation to appear here on Beg to Differ on Top FM. He always want to be here, so we call him dynamic. Yeah, if you come here, we will honor you, man. Come on. You're one of our guests. And so we're going to have I'm going to stop the video, and I'm going to have Veteran Smith introduce the video. Tell us what is going on in the video and why is it important that we should listen to it. Veteran Smith?
This is a historical signing MOU between the government of Liberia, first of its kind, between the country of first African country to have this historical MOU with the state of Maryland. So, and he's the first African American president, governor to make this historical agreement. This cover wide range education, trade, cyber security, everything, agriculture between, and it would benefit Bon Conte also. And you hear our foreign minister saying that it might also help the rest of the other counties, because when it benefit Bon Conte and Maryland County, it would trickle to the benefit would trickle to other counties of Liberia. So this is just the signing portion of the MOU. The next video you will see, it will be the governor himself talking about the historical event. They had the Liberian community, people, high government official of Maryland County, Maryland State, and also high official Liberian government. You see the ambassador, Conte, right there, Hassan Conte, and other high official of American government there for the historical signing. After that, our foreign minister will be giving her response to. So there are 3 videos. This one is the signing, and from there we'll proceed to the other part of the video.
Thank you, Veteran Smith. So that rolled his first video. Veteran Smith, I don't know why there's no audio because when I play it on my end here,
No,
I kept it.
no audio on that, just a sounding, so you can leave that portion and go to the other video.
Okay. There are. All right, 1 second here. Let me find today's videos. Okay, so let's play this one. All right, maybe this one will be this one. I will sign on that. Folks, technology. You got to bear with us.
I know.
Okay. Right. So we got this. This got signed to it. So let's do this.
And to be here to build for the future.
All right.
Today is so meaningful. Madam Minister, I do want to start first by congratulating you on Liberia's seat on the United Nations Security Council. This is deeply warranted and deeply needed. Because at a time when we have a body whose job and whose responsibility is to promote peace, to promote collaboration and cooperation, to promote communication, it is imperative that Liberia's voice is heard in that space. And so we are grateful to have you here. We are grateful to have so many leaders from our remarkable state here. Secretary Lee mentioned so many of them, but I do want to also just again say to all the members of the Moore Miller administration, Secretary McElwain and you and Secretary Martinez and our leadership, I just want to say thank you all for being such remarkable leaders and public servants, and what an honor it is to have everybody part of the Moore Miller administration here, to our partners inside of the General Assembly. We are grateful here in the state to have such talented public servants who are working as our legislative partners, to include Senator Sidnor and Senator Augustine, who we have the joy of being able to build a brighter future together inside of the state of Maryland. And also, we know here that we have both our state leadership and also our local leadership, and that includes people like Councilwoman, my friend, Councilwoman Wall Begay, who we are so thankful for the work that you are doing in George County right now. And to all who represent Maryland's, not just the Liberian community here, but a community that is so important to us. That's so important to our growth, that's so important to our values, that's so important to our future. Because today, the state of Maryland and the Republic of Liberia will sign a memorandum of understanding. And yes, but here's also why I'm incredibly excited about this. Each and every one of you, congratulations. You are about to witness history. Because not only is this going to establish a sister state relationship between our state and your nation, this is the first time in Maryland history that Maryland will sign this type of cooperation with an African nation. It's a reminder of a bond that goes back almost 200 years ago, back in 1834. Black Marylanders crossed the Atlantic and settled at Cape Palmas. They were formerly enslaved Americans, part of a cruel and unjust institution that lived openly on these shores. They were freed black men and women. And they were fleeing a nation that refused to recognize their own humanity. People who God ordained to be free, but who man enslaved. And we know that here to truly respect those who came before us is to know their stories, to know their path, and to know their past. Because we believe deeply here in the state of Maryland and in the United States that loving your country does not mean lying about its history. That loving your country means knowing its history and knowing the evolution. Because our history is our power. That our profound struggle and our profound sacrifice is not something to be ashamed of. That the profound struggle is what has toughened us. And it's what reminds us the power that we have now. That community would ultimately help form Africa's oldest republic. And we see that legacy and that connective tissue is very deep here within the state of Maryland, because we see that legacy in Stephen Allen Benson. That's right.
All right, fellow panelists, I think we got the gist of Governor Moore. Now I want to play the video of our minister. So, I mean, he says it's a historic first in the history of Maryland ever with an African country. I think that's so. Let's play Sarah Besselo Nyanti. Let's play her video and get what she has to say in regards to that.
That history that we share brings us to where we are and will carry us forward. In these morning days, talked about Senator Mitchell, the 2007 signing between Liberia and a county, Maryland County, and befitting that would be Maryland County. And that was further expanded to include Long County. And that birthed projects in the birth results. Today, I'm proud to be representing President Bush and his foreign minister at a time when the Maryland state, the state of Maryland, signs its first agreement with an African nation. But had you signed with any other country besides Liberia, there would have been an issue. Today we build upon the foundation of the relationship. All 15 counties, whether it's Eastern, Southeastern Liberia, whether it's Grand Coup or it's Riverside, whether it's County, Cape Mount, whether it's Lima or all of the 15 counties this partnership today. President Boyka, in his wisdom, he outlined for us the vision for prosperity for Liberians, the arrested agenda for inclusive development. It spans across agriculture, roads, rule of law, infrastructure, primarily education, sanitation, health, tourism. I'm going to visit Liberia. It is the most beautiful place in West Africa. But tourism, underpinning all of that, energy, technology, and that vision is what this MOU is built upon. This MOU carves out areas of importance to our agenda. And we believe that this MOU will be mutually beneficial to both populations. We look forward to see the results. We envision increased trade and investment between Liberia and Maryland. We envision new partnerships between the University of Liberia and the fine institutions of higher learning in this great state. We envision cooperation that supports food security, technological innovation, workforce development, climate resilience, and sustainable economic growth. We envision stronger engagement between our diaspora communities and greater opportunities for young people on both sides of the Atlantic. Governor Westmore, we commend you for your outstanding leadership and commitment to fostering international partnerships that to a tangible result. The first word I heard today when we were talking about this MOU, first words were action plan. We must develop an action plan because this is not just about plan, it's about action that will come out of that plan. And as the first African American governor of Maryland, your leadership inspires me, but it inspires so many people across this country. And I believe that for even the children of this state, for the children of Liberia as well, they can look to the principles of your leadership to look at how governance should be carried forward and what the future of government should be in Liberia, in Maryland, across the world. At a time where the world is facing an existential threat around multilateralism and partnerships globally, you can help to define what the new partnership model should be. I do wish all of those involved with the MOU, Secretary of State Lee, your team, all of those on our side, Ambassador Conte, thank you, and to the team at home, the Department of Legal, Monrovia, Assistant Minister for American Affairs, Corporation, all of the teams that worked with this. I do wish you some good sleep because the work is about to start. To the President and members of the community, the diaspora community here in the DMV area, thank you for helping to bridge the divide, to continue your continuous work in trying to ensure that we remain strong as partners. I also want to say to those in the room who have not done their DNA testing, please do check your DNA because most likely you are from Liberia. The birthplace of civilization. But I say this jokingly, but I say it seriously to say the diaspora is so important. And the diaspora relationship is important for President Boyka's agenda. It's also important for peace and security. It's important for development because the more we work together across the ocean, the better it is for all of the places where we serve and all the places where we live. We started out as a country. Maryland was a part of that history. Maryland came together, Maryland as a county in Liberia, the colony at the time. Maryland came together with others who settled in Liberia, what we know as Liberia today. They arrived in that land and they didn't meet empty forests. They met 16 indigenous tribes. And also there were others who settled from different areas that met them and to give them those 16 tribes of Liberia, with those that settled from Maryland and settled from other areas here in the United States. With some that came from the Congo and a few that chose Liberia as a destination from Barbados. Together, all of us are Liberia. You are Liberia, whether you like it or not. And together we did it then. We were trying to come together to avoid being colonized. So we're never colonized. We came together to prevent colonization. We're coming together today to ensure prosperity.
Amen. Amen.
We work together and that Liberians, young Liberians, will not have to leave the shores of Liberia to find prosperity. They will find it right at home. And they will find it in Monrovia, they'll find it in Grand Crew, they'll find it in Maryland, they'll find it in Nimba, they'll find it in Margibi. All across Liberia, opportunities should be created so the Liberians, young Liberians, will stay there and fix Liberia. And you'll help us do that. Thank you. I will convey to His Excellency President Boyka what a joy it was to come here. And I will tell him it's the first time in my life a flag was flown in my honor. Thank you for doing that. And I will hand over that flag to him so he will know what's happening here in Maryland County. But this will not be the last visit. We will be monitoring the action plan together. We'll be working with our diaspora communities to look at business opportunities together, and together we'll do great things. God bless you.
Alrighty, gentlemen, that is the end of the video, and we're going to chew on this until the end of the night. Let me first say, I want to say it's a great feeling from my end, great feeling, right? Watching Liberia signing a historical Yeah, a historical house. I forgot my vowel now. You'll forgive me. Agreement with the state of Maryland, and you have the governor there admitting, the historical nature of the agreement, never before in the history of the state of Maryland, to sign an MOU with an African state. This is great, good news. But I do this with caution, and I don't want to dent any celebration of this. But the skeptic in me says a lot. And so I celebrate this with a grain of salt. So I'll stop right there because I don't want to, muddy the water. It's a good feeling seeing that happen. So let's keep that way. Mr. Nubo, I'll come to you, sir. What's your feeling about this?
Well,
first of all, great. Before we come, Mr. Nubo, you are from Maryland, and okay, hold on. Is that what it said of Maryland, or with this? Okay, because I think when we spoke about it yesterday, we're talking about it in the context of this being with the county of Maryland and the state of Maryland. Am I missing something here?
No.
The county of Maryland and Bon County with the state of Maryland in America. You're correct, but you confused.
I thought I would talk about yesterday. So Mr. Nubo, speak to that.
Yeah, the state of Maryland.
No, I'm not confused. I know I heard what I heard.
Well, as you said correctly, and as everybody here knows, I'm from Maryland, and I graduated from high school in Bon County, Beaufort High School. And when I got to Bon County, I realized that the city of Baltimore and the city of Bangor, they have sister city relationship. And I think some of you here may remember, Mamadi, Wati, Dr. Wati. Some of you might remember, Paul Mobile Riches. These people came from Beaufort High School and they were trained at Morgan State University in Maryland under that sister city relationship. And in 2007, during the Salif government, there was agreement signed between the state of Maryland and Bon County and Maryland County of Liberia. Similar agreement was signed. So no, this is not the first, and but this one, according to research, this one is more elaborate than the one of 2007. So we need to embrace it. The free slaves that went to Maryland County, they came from the state of Maryland. The state of Maryland sponsored them. It was not the American Colonization Society. It was the state of Maryland. And even one of the famous leaders, John Rushland, who became the governor or the leader of the state of Maryland in Africa. He first worked in, he was born in Jamaica, first worked in Monrovia, and he worked in several positions in Monrovia. Even his wife was one of the 7 ladies that came up with a flag, that plagiarized the flag. He was colonial secretary. He was superintendent of school. He was editor of the Liberia.
How did I know you were going to say that?
He was editor of the Liberia Herald, and he was not still satisfied with the American colonization society. So he left and went to Maryland and became the governor there, John B. Rushland. He was the first African American to graduate from college. And so that's how, I'm not saying that he came from the state of Maryland, but he went there. He was not happy with what was going on in Monrovia. He went to Maryland and they made him governor, and he did a lot of work there. So this is, I mean, I have not read the details of the agreement, but this is something that will go beyond those 2 counties. I mean, even exchange of faculty, or student exchange, or scholarship for people to go to. They deal with Morgan State University. Go to Morgan State University, from students from colleges in Liberia to go there. And so that's there. I want to stop. I don't want to take the whole night because Honorable Nipe will get mad.
No, that's fine. That's fine. Thanks for that beautiful history. Gentlemen, the studio closes early tonight, but I'm going to keep the studio, at least election the studio, for the next 15 minutes. So let's try to get what we want to say in the next 15 minutes so Eddie can be able to get home to his family. Thank you, Mr. Nubo. That's very welcoming of you. Like I said, from my end, I welcome it. It's a beautiful thing. Hopefully, like we discussed last night, prior to most of the panelists coming on, Mr. Cassell and myself, Joe Cassell and myself, we had a beautiful conversation surrounding the topic. And some of the things that we said, we acknowledge the historical, nature of it, and we welcome it. But we were also cognizant of the fact that Liberia, we have a mentality of our own, and that is the lackadaisical attitude to just be laissez-faire with everything. We sign all the beautiful agreements, but they never come to full fruition. So we can celebrate, this historical MOU, but we should also be mindful that, like you said, Mr. Nubo, there have been a lot of our MOU signs. But look at where we are today. Our university is like a freaking village university, compared to, like Nigeria, to Ghana, we still struggling to get things done. So all the MOUs, while we celebrate them, we got to be mindful of who we are. And as Mr. Kasem and I were talking yesterday, we are a nation that don't get things done. We don't implement. We don't. We got to recognize that. We don't implement things. We got good laws on the books. The best, some of the best in the world. Some of the best laws are on the books in Liberia. But because they never get implemented, we remain where we are today. And I'm going to end on that note. So let me go to you, Mr. Nippet. So Mr. Nippet, I'm going to give you 3 minutes on it, please, because I want to go to the other panelists.
No,
well, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Nubo. I'm on now. Thank you so much, Mr. Wright, and thank you, Mr. Nubo. I want to hail the second milestone, I'll put it that way, of this good relationship that has been forged, or partnership. I remember the professor that Mr. Novo just mentioned, Mr. Wu, I think Wu or something. Chappelle man, he used to live, he was teaching at Morgan State University.
Yes, Wati.
Wati. And he was all,
yes.
Yeah. And I remember in 2007 with Ambassador, His Excellency Ambassador Charles A. Mana, we had a similar instrument signed. So this will be a complement to that instrument. When you enter the embassy from the employee's door, as soon as you go behind the foyer, you will find out against the wall of the foyer or by the Mercy ship. And I called one of my colleagues this morning. I texted my colleague and it was verified. It is a second elevation of the relationship. Maryland coming to Liberia in 1834 thereabout, and then by 1857, because the expansion of the French people greeted us, and the settlers being afraid, they had to amalgamate themselves with what is now called Maryland County, and then they were called Maryland in Africa. So Governor Martin Omalo, if my memory serves me well, I think he was the governor between 2006, because I had just come in 2005 under the Ellen Johnson standing. And Senator Thomas Yaya Nimlan was the foreign minister.
Okay.
And that was a milestone that he hailed. I think he can referee this statement. And His Excellency Ambassador Charles A. Mana is there. So welcome the continuity of the trust of the foreign minister in positioning Liberia. Because when you have able stewards in position of trust and confidence,
that is
and they can move. Yes, I'm coming to learn now. You said 3 minutes, I'm not going even 1 minute. I gotta give you a background history of this thing here. You see? Yeah.
Archie, when you get to Mr. Nippe, give him 45 seconds because he will take 2 hours.
So she's marshaling the plan of the president, and for being the second person to have done this is very commendable. And I want to salute her because she's the third female in that position as foreign minister. It was Ulubanki King Akirele, Her Excellency, then came the second lady, and now she's the third, Mahjong, Her Excellency Mahjong Kamara. And so she's the third. So I always say what men can do, female can do that, and sometimes much better. I want to stop there and say, Madam Foreign Minister, congratulations. You've done well positioning our country at this point in time. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Honorable Nippet. Thank you. Let's go to Mrs. Zaza. Mrs. Zaza?
Yeah, Mr. Right, can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I did not actually hear what was said by the people in the clip, even though I heard Mr. Smith and Mr. Nippy. But the video that will play, I did not understand anything. But another thing I want to say in this case, Mr. Right, whether I understand it or not, the most important thing I want to talk about is usually we have all the Google or MOUs and agreements. The outcome always depend on the people involved. We have had several agreements over the years, but sometimes the implementation are the issues. During President Weah time, was it President Weah? Yeah, during President Weah time, Minnesota. Let me mention Brooklyn Park had a sisterly agreement with Kakata. Joe are gone. Waka on. Where is that agreement today? You know, so some of the agreement they are good. Some people use it just for political, promotion or political campaigns. They don't really use. I really pray that this one will really use something good. You don't just stay on paper. For me, that's the only thing I pray for, because we have had several agreements in the past that people talk about at the end of the day. We didn't benefit from it. What is not happening in this case? That's what I just want to say to this. Because we really understand what was said, but I just want to say whatever the agreement is, we pray that it will come to fruition. That's what I'm looking on this side. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Zaza. All right. The last panelist on the show, I go to you, Mr. Veteran Smith.
Yes.
I kept you live because you brought the topic. Like you're frozen, sir.
Yeah. No, I'm not. I'm frozen, huh?
Oh, your image is frozen. Oh,
Yeah.
go ahead. We can hear you.
Oh, okay. Let me put it in historical context. We have had sister relationship, city and state, but we haven't city and city, but we haven't had it with state of Maryland. So for the governor being the first African American governor to say this is the first historical between the state of Maryland and the Republic of Liberia, he meant what he's saying, and it's true. We shouldn't undermine the importance and the significance of that statement. That means this the first time. This the first time.
No.
I come in. Let me finish now. No, we have had sister relationship.
No, that's a wrong verbiage. That's a wrong verbiage.
But let me finish. Let me finish now.
No.
You have your time. Let me finish. You can't interrupt when people talking. No, I'm saying we undermine the historical nature. You always say one speaking in context. In context.
Okay,
but
you
can't undermine. You can't undermine.
No, it's not being undermining.
No,
he got
undermines. Let me finish. We have had city, Baltimore relationship, other relationship with the county, but we haven't had the state of Maryland. This is the first time it have happened in the history. And to have it with an African country, that is historical. That's what I meant, that we can't sugarcoat it. It's a vast, and based on that is the state of Maryland, the governor signing that MOU, it carry a heavy weight than the mayor of a city with a county. It's less than when the governor just had the governor of Maryland, the state of Maryland held the county, the territory of Maryland in the past. That was historical. This is another milestone where the engaging in agriculture, education, trade, and other things. I look at it as being beneficial. He's the first African American governor, and he mandated this will be in one of his other things he have done. This will carry a heavy weight where the state of Maryland and Liberia will further that agreement and benefit, where LU now can rely on some of the top universities in America. Maryland seems to have it, will benefit each other at a higher level. Now, what I was concerned about is how soon the team from Liberia and the team of Maryland will start working together to make this happen. But I think it's something good and worthwhile, and won't be deceiving. It will be achievable under this government, and I applaud them for doing that. President Burka couldn't be there. That's why he sent the foreign minister. That's how I would conclude.
Okay. Any rebuttal, Mr. Nippon?
Yeah. It's not a rebuttal, but it's just to clarify, because he does not understand these things. And so sometimes
Mr. Nippon.
No, he cannot use the wrong verbiage.
Want to say, he does not understand these things.
It's not, let not do that.
Yeah, but he tried to use the wrong verbiage by saying it is undermining. No, it is a compliment to the achievement earlier made. I recall the name, and I stated Governor Martin O'Malley. He was then governor. And Mr. Wu, I think it's Mr. Wu, a professor from the university in Maryland. He was present. And I specifically named the ambassador and the foreign minister at the time. I named the person. So you can't say, you can't just say it is undermining. Nobody will undermine the efforts of the government of Liberia. And that's the clarification that he must understand. It is a compliment. It elevates whatever has been done, what was achieved is elevated. It's just like you got your right foot and your foot that was hurting, it makes it better, and you're walking good. Okay. So sometimes we have to be very, very careful on the air.
Okay.
The kind of verbiage we use, we have to be careful.
Mr. Mano,
the undermine. This is not to undermine the effort of the governor, no, the government of the Republic of Liberia. This is to commend the government of Liberia, and I was on purpose, and I stated that. I said we commend the government of Liberia, and we commend the foreign minister for doing those things that to marshalling. That's the word I use, as a matter of fact. To marshalling the policy of the government. So it is not undermining, Mr. Smith.
Okay, Mr. Nippy, I want to state here that the 2007 agreement I talk about.
We got 5 minutes, gentlemen. 5 minutes.
Okay, the 2007 agreement was not between cities. It was between the state of Maryland and Maryland County and Bone County. Martin O'Malley, Governor, State of Maryland, signed it. Ramsey Jackson, Bone County Superintendent, signed it. Sieteva Nieve, Maryland County Superintendent, signed it. Dennis something, Interim Secretary of State of Maryland, signed it, and Charles A. Mano, Ambassador of the Republic of Liberia to the U.S., signed it. So we're talking about 2007. And I'm saying this is the second time, and it's not, I won't give the credit that because this is the first African American or governor of the state. I might be wrong, but it was done in the past. And they sent no supplies. Even when we were having problems with the Ebola.
3 minutes, gentlemen.
The state of Maryland sent supplies. Yeah. So
thank you very much, Mr. Nubo. Thank you so much, because when you don't understand these things, and those who have been there before, who stood on that ground, who felt the pain, who worked overnight, You cannot say they are undermining the current people. You have to be careful with language here. We must be careful. We are analysts. We must be careful with language. When the wrong verbiages are used, it has a propensity to, I'll use a word, to undermine the previous speaker. You cannot do that. And just what I said is what Mr. Nubo has just complimented or supported. I've been there. I saw it. I was a political officer. I ran behind these things here. So when I'm speaking from a position of strength. I'm not making up story. I need the governor, Martin Omalo. I said that. I need His Excellency Charles A. Mann. I mentioned that. And I mentioned the foreign minister at the time. Now, you cannot say that I'm trying to honor Her Excellency Sarah Beswilianti. I mean, it's far-fetched. You shouldn't do that. You shouldn't do that to me anymore again. Don't do that. I know the strength that I had at the embassy. I know the rope that I pulled at the embassies. So when I'm speaking these things here, I am speaking from an institutional memory. So to debase me and say I'm undermining Her Excellency, it presupposes that I'm undermining the President of the Republic of Liberia. You should not do that. I understand language very well. Don't do that to me.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Mr. Nubo. Mr. Yeah. You're gonna get the last word. We'll close up.
Okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Go ahead.
Last word.
Okay. I think Mr. Nipe like to say people take things out of context. When they call us calling, he say take it out of context. I think he taking my own out of context, all what he's saying. I did not say it. I said we're focusing on the historical nature of what the governor said. It's historical. First, the 2007 agreement is in the communique. He talked about it. But first, at that level of MOU between a state of Maryland and the Republic of Liberia. That's where I was coming up. But I was using undermining. Maybe if you don't like the word, that's fine. But undermining means to underplay the historical nature being the first of its kind. That's where I was coming from. But I'm talking now. You have already talked. I'm talking. I give you a chance. Yeah, that's where I'm coming from. I didn't talk about undermining Liberia. I never said anything. I said the level, the historical level being the first between a state of Maryland and the Republic of Liberia. That's where I'm coming from. I'm talking about county and city. That's not what I say. It's a different historical signing agreement and both Liberia and the state of Maryland. It haven't been done before. So how will you challenge that? It never had been done between Liberia and the state of Maryland. That's where the governor was talking about, and that's where I was talking about.
In the past, it was between city states or cities, not between the state and counties. That's what you said.
Yeah, and I said that in the contents, and I was saying it, but I was looking at the historical nature of the agreement. You undermine. Let me finish now. You're finished with your own. I should be the last. I mean, yeah. So, but I didn't question when you were talking. Let me talk. I should be the last. So this is where I was talking. That's what I was talking about. The first of its kind between Liberia and the state of Maryland. First of its kind. That agreement. Now, in the past, no, you can't tell me not to say undermining. I was talking about undermining the historical nature. Yeah, there's a historical document, the MOU. That between a country of Africa and the state of Maryland. And so if you can debate me on that, if you have seen it before in the past, then I can. But that's where I was speaking about.
But Mr. Nubo just told you.
Yeah. It haven't happened before. It haven't happened for
Mr. Let's
Liberia
tell you,
and the
Mr.
state of
Let's tell
Maryland. It
you.
haven't happened because the governor said recognize expanding on the 207 agreement. But this is much bigger between the state of Maryland and the country of Liberia. It haven't been done before. Yeah, so
But my point
it's two
here
different
is
contexts.
your
Yeah.
language, you on the radio. People
Man, you
listen
tell
to
me
you.
about radio, man. I know
No,
more about
no,
radio
you
than
can't
you,
talk,
man. You can't tell me that, Mr. Nibbe.
you
Let's
can't
show
talk about
respect.
honor
Let's show
mining.
respect to one another now. You can't
No,
do that, man.
but
It's
you
my,
think,
yeah, no, it's my opinion. You tell her how you
no,
disagree
you
with
can't,
CDC. That's
no,
your
you
opinion.
can't do
But you
that.
can't undermine me and tell me what you are saying, how
No,
you are
I'm
put
not
it,
honor
the
mining you.
context that
You
I
tell me
put it.
that
You
honor
can't do
mining
that.
the historic.
Yeah, I meant when I said honor money, and I won't change it, Mr. Nippy. No
No,
matter
you
how
know,
many times you say it, in the
no,
context
that
I'm
was
talking
very
about,
wrong.
you honor money in the historical nature of this agreement.
No,
Yeah, because
no.
this is the first of its kind between a
No,
country
but I have a point
and a
for your
state.
time.
But then we disagree. That's fair enough. I like that. You disagree. That's fine. I know I will be on the side of the governor, when West Moore, who knows they have the information in front of them, and our foreign minister who were there and said it, than to agree with you. So we just disagree. That's all. Sometimes we have to do that on the air. We don't have to curse one another, disgrace one another. We just disagree. That's all. It's normal in broadcasting.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
in
the point
diplomacy,
here
it's
is,
not normal. In diplomacy, it's not normal, but in broadcasting, it's normal. So I
no,
just want
the
to tell
point
you,
that
you
the
on a
point
new
here
you're part of a new territory as being part of us. Is
is the
this what we
point.
do? We disagree. In
No,
diplomacy,
I understand that.
you
I
go
understand
against
that.
each other. Diplomacy, you go against each other, but in broadcasting, we can disagree. So you
Yeah,
myself disagree
we
on
can
that.
disagree
And we
too.
disagree.
What
Yeah, we
I'm saying
disagree.
is, you cannot say honor mining. That's what I'm saying.
But no. You can't tell me what words to you.
No, when you
You
say honor
undermining the
mining,
historical nature of this agreement
that's
because other people have
that's
done it
an
that
assault to the
it's not
agreement.
at the same level. It's not at the same level. This is a historical MOU that was done by the governor of
All of the
Maryland.
MOU by
Yeah,
countries and the government, they are historical in nature and
yeah,
kind.
yeah. And this is the first of its kind. And I will stick to my word. This is the first of its kind. That the governor said, and our foreign minister, this is the first of its kind. That don't mean others haven't been done, but that not to this level
No,
between
whether it is
the state of Maryland and the country of Liberia.
whether
It
it
haven't
is
been
at
done
the
to that
state,
level.
whether it is at that level or not,
But that's
Beverly,
where the context I'm talking about. You can
no, but you
disagree with me
cannot
on other
use the
things,
word
but that's
honor
where I talk.
mining.
Oh, but now you not change. I'm not saying undermine, but because
No, there's a better word you
we're
can use.
undermining that the you now, other people have done it. Yeah, I mean, you say other people
So
have
you
done
cannot
it.
say honor mining. You say honor
Uh,
mining is to undermine the country. Because
no, I never said undermine. I was not talking
I'm
about
just
country.
telling you,
You the
I'm
one
giving
put
you,
it. You the one put it to country. Yeah, I
I'm
never
giving you
said
the
that.
expanding the expanding meaning of the word honor mining. This was not
Yeah.
done by the Secretary of State or Foreign Affairs
I
in her
never post.
own interest. She did it
Yeah,
on behalf of the Republic of Liberia. So
yeah,
when you
but when
say honor mining, that means you honor mining the Republic of Liberia.
no, because not the trend we were
Did,
talking about. You
did the Prime
people,
Minister come on her
statement.
own?
You are making statement. You are making statement to share that the person shouldn't get credit that it had been done before. That's the trend that I'm talking about. It had nothing to do with the country, Liberia, or the state of Maryland. You said you were saying that it haven't been done before. It had been done before. And I said, no, don't undermine the historical nature of this document. I was not talking to Liberia. I was being very specific for people who were undermining the historical agreement. Now, I could be wrong in the way it came across, but I can take that.
TOP FM.